Whew. Okay, so I planted this tree 12 years ago, and I did a kind of real-time filming of this one last year, pruning it, and I thought I'd do the same again so we can have a look at the kind of progress as we go through. If anyone's interested, they can look back at my old video. I'll put a link up above there. So as ever, with pruning, don't want to go in too lightly. Don't want to be taking off more than a third, ideally about 20%. We can have a look at this. So we've cut some branches up high on this tree that aren't going to be much good because I can't harvest them without having to have a ladder or something. So what's the point? I'm not going to get a ladder down here. Also want to kind of thin out the in-between branches, so I'll show you now. So let's just do a... Okay, so we have a bit of order, we do things. We won't get out any dead and diseased wood, which there isn't that much on this tree, it's pretty good. We won't get any branches that are crossing, and then we want to kind of thin out the middle a little bit to kind of allow the kind of, I'm not going to take it off, it's too cold, allow my hat to chuck through the middle. And any that are too high. It's not as obvious this year what to take off, I don't think. But let's go in the middle, and we can take off some of these middle ones. Got chickens everywhere. And come down, the chickens come down because it's a good show. So go in the middle like this. Now, all these water shoots in the middle, they'd make great grafting wood. This is a brilliant tree. This is a Scotch bridgett tree, it's an absolutely brilliant tree. All these water shoots, if I was going to graft some more trees, they'd be perfect for it. But I'm not, so I'm going to take them all off, just with a couple of swipes of the silky big boy there, and we'll make ourselves a little pile of firewood. This allows plenty of light to the middle to help ripen fruit, also plenty of airflow to help decrease disease. Chickens are actually getting on my nerves a little bit, you can see them. They're literally where I'm trying to tread, pecking at the sawdust. So. The idea is we want to leave it nice and clean. We don't want to leave any wounds, like some nubs that will die off. This kind of growth that's shooting straight up isn't much good for us, for fruit really. There's quite a bit of that we can take off. Remember we're trying to form like a, Remember we're trying to form like a goblet shaped tree. Is the kind of ideal, so kind of like that, air in the middle, lots of fruit around the outside. And that has opened up the middle absolutely loads. Still a little bit more I think I'll do actually. We'll take that one there. Although it will fruit, just allows a lot more light to a lot more branches. Okay, so you can see we've got two that are going straight up. So if we could take that one out and that one out, I think it'll improve the shape massively without removing too much wood. You need to reduce the distance out a little bit. It's kind of going into the other trees. This tree is really, really vigorous. No bad thing, but just needs keeping an eye on. A bit like a Bramley, which always go a bit wild no matter the rootstock. Now, be careful as you... Oh, sorry chicken. Be careful as you take the branches out, because what you don't want to do too much, you're going to have to a bit, is when you pull it out, you don't want to knock all the fruit and buds off the tree. You see, look at the size of that one I've taken out. Whoa. And there was this one here. Woo. What else we got? I do use the secateurs, just not as much. So this one's coming out massively away from the tree. Let's go around the other side. My neighbour does drive a tractor up here, and this tree in particular has stopped the tractor going up and down. You can see, yeah. So you can see up the pathway here, but we can see this branch. See this branch here? It's overshadowed by the one above it. So I think that's a prime example of one that looks quite a healthy branch, but ideally wants to come out. So we're kind of lifting the canopy, which will make it easier for me to sieve around the trees as well. Actually, same with this branch, this one here. Maybe we'll do that one next year. It's quite a bit of fruit, so you can kind of plan. We'll take this one out and see what we look like. To be honest, we could do the same again. There's another branch just there. And then I think that'll do for this year. So there we go. I think that one is done for this year. You can see it's got the canopy kind of shape. There is a few lower branches, but I'm going to leave those this year, and we can maybe kind of lift the canopy a bit more next year. And more branches will bend down as they get bent by the weight of the apples. There's still some upright branches in there, you can see. But that's looking a fairly healthy tree. A lot of growth on it. But I'm pleased with it. So, I like the fact I planted that 12 years ago, and it now provides quite a few apples for us every year. But the worst thing you can do is not prune it. So even if you're frightened of what you're doing, just prune it anyway. The worst that happens is it just takes a couple of years to grow back. And you only learn through doing. Well, you do learn through watching this, but you also only learn through doing. So, if you've enjoyed this, thanks for watching. See you next time.